He was taking the Ukrainian side apart with his amazing individual skill. But it's still 0-0 here at Kozhikode. And it leaves the second half in a more interesting stage. That who will to score the first. That's the confirmation for the halftime. It's FC Dnipro 0 and Argentina under 23 0. We'll take a short break, and on the other end we'll have the discussion with Alvito Ticuna. Don't go away.
Rolling. Up music. Stand by break of 1. The count of 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the halftime analysis here. It's the scoreline, even though it shows that it's 0-0 here at the EMS Corporation Stadium at Kozhikode. But the first half of 45 minutes presented some fascinating moments like this. It was just the start, a horrible clearance, and then a long-range effort, trying to test the goalkeeper. Some excellent balls from Miguel Barbieri. Ashoka tried for a long-range effort, acrobatics from Pedro Sosa. It had everything. The Argentinian side tried almost each and every attempt to score a goal. But unfortunately, nothing came in their way in terms of scoring a goal. That was the closest the Ukrainian team came into this game to score a goal. In terms of the possession, it's nothing between the two teams, as the FC Dnipro side, the Ukrainian side, came back later in the first half. But in terms of shots and goal, it's the Argentinian side who had the superior fever. Well, downstairs we have Indian football superstar Alvito Ticuna. Alvito, what a fantastic half. How do you make out of the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, Shubhan, it was a very interesting first half. If you see the scoreline, it reads 0-0, no goal scored in the first half. But then, what an exciting match it was. It was a very exciting first 45 minutes. Both the teams, you can take a lot of positive from the first 45 minutes. And that is what we all expect for a football game like this one. The Argentinian team, they had more of ball possession. But then, if you see the attacks-wise, the FC Dnipro side, they had more chances at the goal against the Argentinian team.
Yes, and what do you say about Mauro Ortiz, the number 8 of the Argentinian side?
He is one man to be really been watched out for this first 45 minutes. He was outstanding. Whenever this team had the ball, or he had the ball, he was always trying to create danger for the opponent. And I think in the second half, if the coach has some strategies against the Argentinian team, that would be one man, that would be Mauro Ortiz, who was outstanding in the first 45 minutes. And definitely the coach of the Ukrainian side would have some plans for him, how to stop him in the second 45 minutes.
Well, had you been in the dressing rooms for both the sides, what sort of advices you'd have given to them before taking the field in the second half?
Yeah, as I said, for the Argentinian team, it's one man show up front there, to Mauro Ortiz, who has been really outstanding in the first 45 minutes. I'm sure the Ukrainian coach might have some plans for him. That is what they need to stop those runs from the number 8, Mauro Ortiz. And for the Argentinian team, they need to stop those counter-attacks, especially from the Ukrainian side, who are really good in building up those attacks, especially when the time of defending. If I was in the dressing room, all I would just tell them is, just don't allow, just try to kill the pace of this match, and especially when both the teams are coming for those counter-attacks.
Well, thank you so much, Alvito. We'll take a short break, and on the other end, we'll have the live actions of the second half.
Ready and roll. Stand by in 3, 2, 1, and take us away.
Welcome back to the second half action here, where the first half scoreline remains scoreless as it started when the referee blowed his whistle.
Good crowd. Ready,
But both the teams have represented some captivating football in the first half of 45 minutes, as we have seen, and the crowd have been witnessing some top-class international football on display here at the Kozhikode EMS Corporation Stadium.
How long?
And as we all know, these Kozhikode crowd, they really love South American football. We have seen a lot of support for the Brazilian team as well, Atletico Paranaense. And today we have been witnessing some real support for the Argentinian team as well. In the commentary box, this is Suman Chakravarti, and alongside me is there the Indian football superstar, Alvito Di Cunha. Alvito, once again, welcome to the commentary box.
Thank you, Shuman. What an exciting first 45 minutes. Can we see some goals in the second half? Even though the match was so exciting in the first 45, we really need to see some goals, and especially for the fans who are out there in big numbers, especially cheering their favorite team for today's match, the Argentinian under-23 side. I'm sure the fans would want to see some goals from them. But then, can FC Dnipro come with a goal and surprise the Argentinian team? This is what we're going to see in the next 45 minutes.
Yes, and the man who impressed one and all, it's Mauro Ortiz. It's to see whether he can stick it through and give the Argentinian team the much needed lead in the second half, or the early minutes of the second half or not. If they can grab a lead in the first few minutes, it would be much more interesting.
Here once again we can see the Argentinian flag being waved from the stands. This shows the passion, the love for the football that they have, and especially for the South American football, as you rightly mentioned, Shuman. The Argentinian, they have the flag all over the stands out there, and you can see some Messi fans as well, even though he's not there in this match. But definitely the emotions would be there for the Argentinian team.
And that's the start of the second half. Now the Ukrainian side, FC Dnipro, who would be operating from the right to left of your television screen. It's Alexander Svatov. It's Larin. It's back to Svatov. Slow start from the Ukrainian powerhouse. Long ball intended towards Balaniuk. But it was a wasted ball in the end. In case you have just turned on your television screen, this is Suman Chakravarti in the commentary box, and alongside me is Alvito Di Cunha. The Argentinian side would be eager to grab an early lead. That wasn't a convincing clearance, Alvito.
Yeah, it really surprised me in the way he tried to clear the ball. But then again, a good pressure from the number 8, Mario Ortiz, who's been all over the field in the first 45 minutes. Can he create some dangers for this FC Dnipro side? This is what we have to see from this throw in here.
The Argentinian side played some sublime football in the first half. Acosta. The coach is having some serious team talks with his assistant, and that shows how desperate he is to win this venture. Facundo Ferrero with a long clearance. Offside. Still he was going for the long ranger. Oshit Chorkar was raising his flag right from the moment he was in an offside position.
Yeah, but once again, not a bad try from long range, even though it was an offside. But before that, I'm quite impressed with this Mario Ortiz. See the height that he have in him, but then see the way that he's trying to keep the defender on check with him, even though it was an offside. Or I don't know if it was an offside or a fall that the linesman gave. But I think it was more from the referees to do if it was a fall on Mario Ortiz.
Yes, seriously, this Mario Ortiz, the diminutive central attacking midfielder, reminds more of Pedro of the Atletico de Paranaense side. Meanwhile, it's a good attack. Fantastic piece of goalkeeping by Facundo Ferrero.
Once when he came out of his line, I really thought he made a big blunder by coming out, because we saw the defender almost being there with the number 17 of FC Dnipro. But once again, what a clean collection by the goalkeeper to keep the scoreline still 0-0 for both the teams.
The Argentinian team has once again started the second half well. Meanwhile, it's Vakulko. It's Mashuka. Didn't get the ball in control. Throw-in in favor of the Argentinian side. And it's Mashuka. Plays his club football in Club Almirante Brown.
Camera 3, look into the viewfinder.
Well, it has been a slow start from the Argentinian side as well. But as we know, they can shift the gear at any point of time. Forward ball, what a delightful ball was played for Mario Ortiz. Excellent through ball.
Ready, Sandman, roll it.
That wasn't a bad move here. See, this penetrating balls always creates the problem for the defenders. And what a good run there by the number 4 of the Argentine, Franco Montavano. Being a right back, he tried to go deep down there in the box. But then once again, credit to the Dnipro side for defending so well.
Well, it's the Ukrainian side. This is a good move from the right. Cross wasn't meaningful, but full credit should be given to them. It's Balaniuk.
Yeah, on the replays, they look very easy, but then at times the player who has the ball, he knows the difficulties that he has in him. But then it leads to a corner for them. So can they do something from this corner? As we can see them, the FC Dnipro side, they have some good tall players out there. Can they get a goal out of from this corner kick? This is what we have to see, because this is almost a crucial period of this match.
Well, it's a good ball played. It's a chance as well, a golden opportunity. Fascinating ball played from Yuri Vakulko. And what a chance. He missed the goal from the goal mouth.
That wasn't a bad try, Suman, out there. And this is what we've just been talking about. The advantage with the FC Dnipro side is the height that they have. See, this ball's outplayed there. I mean, what a good layer back to the number 5 from the number 27, Alexander Vashilev. So that almost they got a goal out from that corner kick there.
Yes, but credit should be given to Yuri Vakulko as well for providing that fascinating ball from the left flank. And it created all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, definitely. We know he has a very good left foot out there, even though he tried to go for a short corner, but then later he tried to curl the ball in the box to make more problems for the Argentinian team.
Skipper, it's Miguel Barbieri.
Ready, 3 on 3. Ready, 1 on 1.
Alan Sosa. He has been leading the midfield so far. Good patient build-up from the Argentinian side. It's Sekera. Well, this pass is very well intercepted, I would say. It's Vladislav Kosargin. He was stripped from behind. And the referee. Oh, this is some action is going on, Elvito.
I would really like to see the replays here, because if that was, the player can do a mistake by trying to hit the player from behind, but then the reaction from the FC Dnipro player, that's really very bad from him. He knows nowadays things have been very strict. Anything you try to hit a player or try to touch a player can lead you to a red card. And this is what really I want to see here. First of all, this was a bad tackling from behind from the number 15 of the Argentinian team. But then again, the way the FC Dnipro players try to approach to him, that was really very bad. It all depends on the referee to see what decisions he comes out from this situation here.
Yes, and it was the danger man, Vladislav Kosargin, who received the foul on the occasion. As you mentioned, Jalvito, it would be interesting to see how referee Sriya Sri Krishna takes control of the situation. But what sort of a mandate you'd come up with?
I think he would just leave them go with a yellow card out there, but then certain these situations at times, have been very difficult for a referee to make those decisions. But then, what I feel is he might just go out with a yellow card and not try and be too harsh on them.
One card each for Sekera and Vladislav Koshagin.
But in this situation out here, the number 10, Vladislav Koshagin, is more lucky because, yes, of course, I understand the fact that the number 15 of Argentina, Angel Secura, tried to tackle him from behind. But then, yes, that's the reason why the referee blew the whistle for a fall on him. But then you don't have to react on him, and you were very lucky to not to consider red card out there.
This is the confirmation. Players need to keep their cool. But I would praise the referee for controlling the situation so smoothly. See, Sri Krishna is having a very good game as a referee. Forward ball intended, very nicely headed by Lorraine. Loparonok played it forward. This is a gorgeous ball played, but Ivanov was not at all happy for not getting in control with that situation. Montalbano. Argentinian team faced some serious threats in the second half, especially by Yuri Vakulko. And it shows that it has been a new strategy from Dmitry Mikhailenko as well. He has slowed the pace of the game and has been causing severe problems for the Argentinian team, as they love to play with speed and creativity.
The most surprising thing for me, Shuman, in this 10 minutes in the second half, I hardly could see Mauro Ortiz in the game here. We need to see more from him because he is one player to be watched out for. He's a playmaker, he's a distributor, he's a player that the Argentinian under-23 team would want to have more from him. So can we see from him in the next 35 minutes? This is what we have been waiting for. So let's hope something positive from the number 8 of the Argentinian team, Mauro Ortiz.
Miguel Barbera. Miguel, he's known for his accurate long passes. This time, Svatok did well. It's back to Svatok. Alexander Svatok. Larin did well. It has been a better spell of football from the Ukrainian side. Kulko did well. It's Lopironok. It's still with Lopironok. Vakulko did well to spread the ball on the right flank. Vasiliev did well. Time for an attack from the Argentinian side. Good ball from Ortiz. But good piece of defending from the Ukrainian defender. Miguel Barbieri. Well, the referee played the advantage. It's Ortiz once again who received that foul. Vakulko did well. Very well snatched by Alan Sosa. Intercepted. Offside decision against Pedro Sosa. It seems that it was already in an offside position when the ball was delivered. Alberto.
Yeah, it was an offside, Shuman, but then the fact is, the captain of the Argentinian team, that wasn't a bad change from him. Those balls are always, as I said before, always difficult for the defenders because you need to make those runs behind and then the player when he makes the run in front, so it always creates the problem for the defenders.
It looks like the strategies of Dmitry Mikhailenko in the second half has been working according to his plans. They have slowed the pace of the game. And playing it almost in their own way. Meanwhile, once again, it's Vakulko from this time from the left flank. It's still with Vakulko, crosses it in. It's a good chance as well. Will he take a shot from there? Almost. Fantastic brand of football. What a chance.
Definitely, what a move this was. See this ball played there, and what a chest trap by the midfielder. You know, these are the tries that we need to see more often. Yes, of course, the goalkeeper had hardly to do much from this situation, but in the end, that wasn't a bad try, Suman.
Yes, and we are approaching towards an hour mark of this game, even though Argentina had 8 shots on target, 5 from FC Dnipro. But it's still nothing between the two teams, to be precise, in terms of scoring goals. Once again, a long ball from Miguel Barbieri. It's a goal kick in favor of the Ukrainian side.
We can see some of the players warming out there. Definitely the coach might have some plans to get some fresh legs because they know the importance of this match. So definitely at times we can have a lot of good players sitting on the bench trying to come as a sub because that can help them to, you know, create danger for the opponents. Once again, if it is see the ball position, FC Dnipro is 49%, whereas the Argentine team has a bit of superiority, that's 51%.
Meanwhile, another attack, this time appeal for a penalty. The referee was very close to the spot and said there was nothing happened. So it's still 0-0 here.
But the move wasn't bad, Suman, even though the player tried to go too easy on the ground. But then, yes, sometimes you try to go on the ground to put some pressure on the referee. And if the referee can give a penalty, they would be the happiest team to get a penalty out of the situation. Once again, we see a good crowd here. Really surprises me, like, you know, to see a big crowd coming for every match. This shows the love and the passion that they have for football, even though none of the Indian teams have been playing in this competition. But see the crowd and see the enthusiasm in them coming here every day, even on the weekdays. So, you know, this shows that the love for football that they have in this, the God's own state in Kerala.
Yes, Alvito, and the significant thing, as you pointed rightly, it's not a weekend. So the way they have been turning up, even in the weekdays, they should be given a lot of applause, as they have true love for the game of football. Meanwhile, it's Vakulko. Intended the ball to play for Vladislav Kosargin. He didn't get it. Back with the feet of the Ukrainian players. Somehow cleared. Svatok. Lotironok. This is another good build-up from the Ukrainian side. They have been playing better football in the second half. It's Vakulko. It's still with Vakulko. Appeal for a handball. Nothing given.
The way this FC Dnipro side is putting a lot of pressure on the Argentinian team, looks like they want to get a goal as quickly as possible. I can see some tiredness from the Argentinian players out there. I think it's time for the coach to get some fresh legs, to put some really pressure on the FC Dnipro side. Because let's not forget the fact, Suman, that even though if Argentina wins today, they need to win comfortably with a good margin because they've already lost the first match by 3 goals. And all the teams, even though it would be like with 3 points, still for Argentina to make it to the semis, even if they get a draw out of the last match, they need some goals in this today's match. So for that, they need to score goals as quickly as possible, or else things would be very difficult for them, even if they come out victorious in this match and try and get a draw in the last match.
Yes, considering the standings of the Group B, it's a must-win game for the Argentinians. A gesture from Lopironok. Laid it forward. It's Vladislav Koshorkin. It's still with Vladislav Koshorkin. Patient build-up from the Ukrainian side. Played it back. Well, Vasiliev played it forward, up in for a penalty once again. Nothing given, but that was a good ball played by Alexander Vasiliev.
All I see from the Argentine team is that they're just trying to defend, and good thing from the FC Dnipro side is they're not trying to be too frustrated. They're trying to keep the very good ball possession, putting all the pressure. Once again,
Well, it's a good chance. It's Pedro Sosa. Pedro! What a save! Absolutely world-class save by the goalkeeper. It's Ihor Vartsava. Magnificent effort, and he was equal to it.
out of nowhere, the Argentinian almost took the lead here, which they really been looking forward for. But then once again, what a save by the goalkeeper, Ihor Vartsava, who have not played the first match, but then coming in as a replacement for the goalkeeper in this match shows that he too is almost the same compared to the first choice keeper that they had in the last match.
Yes, you spotted it correct. Goalkeeper, whenever he got opportunities to show his pedigree, he has shown that he has a lot of firepower too. Meanwhile, it's another good ball intended by Yuri Vakulko. He has been the main game maker for this FC Dnipro side.
Yeah, every time he has the ball with him, he tries to create danger for the Argentinian team. But unfortunately, they cannot just penetrate that zone because the Argentine defense, as I told you, they've been really having a very solid time at the back four there. But then, for how long can they maintain this? This is what we need to see in the next 25 minutes.
Laid it on the right. Miguel, but very well intercepted. Meanwhile, it's a grand opportunity. It's Balaniuk. It's Dirwin Balaniuk. What a chance, and it is wasted.
For me, this keeper of the Argentinian team, Facundo Ferrero, has been outstanding. What two good saves that he has made in this match. See the situation here, even though it was a good defending by the number 3, Miguel, but the number 3, Gonzalo Paz. But then again, for the goalkeeper to come out and have a clean collection really shows that they have a very good understanding between the defense and the goalkeeper.
What a game we are having. Larin plays the ball to Nagib. It's Nagib with the ball. Has the ability to overlap every time the attack has been made from the right flank. It's Alan Sosa. While this is a better build-up from the Argentinian side. Played it on the right. Lopironok did well. Infringement, free kick in favor of the Ukrainian side.
These are the things what the Argentinian team should try and avoid. But then, yes, at times when you're tired, this is what you need to do. Otherwise, if they let the Ukrainian team move up front with those balls, it would be very difficult situation because he has made those long runs and that there is some tiredness in him. I think very soon we are going to see the first change for the Argentinian team. Can we see some positive from them where they really need to come back in this match? Otherwise, things would be too